Hey everyone, I'm excited to let you know that this month's video is sponsored by Keen. Now, I've worked with Keen in the past and I wanted to share with you a special deal that I will get to in a minute. But first, let me tell you about my experience connecting with a Keen advisor. I've shared before that when I need to get a reading for myself, I've gotten readings through Keen. Just yesterday, I got a reading from a lovely advisor named Lynn. She was very similar to myself in that she is very practical, direct, and simple in her delivery when communicating things throughout the reading. She gave me insight into my relationships, and she even helped me come up with some new ideas for my business. Now, what I love most about Keen is that the advisors are available 24/7, and you can even schedule a time if you want. And this is great if you have an advisor that you prefer to work with or an advisor that you've already established a relationship with. So here's the deal that Keen has extended to my viewers. You can get your first 10 minutes for just $1.99. And the price after that depends on which advisor you choose. But the best part is that this service is backed by a satisfaction guarantee. Keen is the most affordable way to meet new advisors, especially when you want guidance and support on things like dream interpretation, chakra clearing, getting insight into certain situations, career plans, relationships, whatever. Now, once you become a Keen user, each week you'll get emails that offer discounts and specials so you can get multiple readings in the most efficient way available. So make sure you check your inbox this week if you're already a Keen customer. Now, if you haven't signed up with Keen yet, it's a really simple process that can be done via mobile or desktop. All you're going to do is head on over to trykeen.com/intuitive gems, and you'll click on the sign up button and follow the steps to get started. The whole process should take less than 2 minutes, and you'll be on your way to connecting with a screened and talented advisor instantly. So I want to say thank you again to Keen for sponsoring this video, and now on to your reading. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, prosperity, finance, abundance reading for the month of August 2020. For the readings this month, I will be using my Spellcaster's Tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will use my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And then, Taurus, I will close out your reading with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm feeling a little antsy and a little anxious to get started with your reading, Taurus. And I know when I feel that, it's telling me that there's something we need to talk about. So let's get to it. Now, I think this was that way. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of August 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus. So, Taurus, things are going to really be synchronized is the word that I keep feeling here. You're going to have some good luck as we move into the new month. And I say that because we do have this Wheel of Fortune card here. This is the lucky card. You also got the Star card right next to that. Then we have Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords reverse, Five of Cups reverse, and then we have the King of Wands here. All right, so let's talk about this. Things are going to be, you're going to be in a good space. You're going to definitely have luck on your side as we start off the month of August. We also have the Star card here in the reverse. Now, this is a positive card. Doesn't matter how she shows up. The only thing about the Star card showing up in the reverse, there's two things here. Number one, pay attention to your health. And number two, when she shows up in the reverse, this means that good things are happening. However, they just tend to be slower and to a lesser degree. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it really is the case when I see some of these cards show up in the reverse. It's not about you know, negative energies or something bad happening. It just means that, you know, things just happen slower or things happen less. Maybe you don't win 1 million, maybe you win 500,000. Okay, I mean, it's all good. Now, you're going to be lucky. You've got some good things coming, and you've got that positive energy. So this also tells me that there's going to be an increase in cash flow and money flow. Now, when I say that, because we are focused on, you know, money, career, work, abundance, prosperity, you just have to be careful, because sometimes when money comes in, it just as quickly can flow out. And that's what I'm getting when I see this Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's like you have things come in and then they pour right on out. And I know for some of us that does happen. You know, we make a lot of money, but then we have a lot of bills. And so as soon as it comes in, the money has to go right out. So just know that that's kind of what I'm seeing here with this here. You know, I do see more money coming in, but I also see, because this Ace of Cups is in the reverse, that tells me that something is pouring out. Something is flowing out just as quickly as it flows in. Now we have the Ten of Swords here in the reverse. Now this is good, because this means that you've moved past a painful situation. You have kind of resolved something. Maybe you were betrayed, maybe you had an argument, maybe things just did not settle right with you, but you're past it now. You know, you've let go, you've moved on, you're healing, you're releasing, you're not allowing this to upset you anymore, and you're also really focused on just taking the lessons and moving forward. You know, this is not something that's going to drag you down. Now, it may have affected you recently, you know, but it's not something that's going to continue to affect you. You're not going to continue to harbor feelings. This is very, very good. Now, we also have the Five of Cups in the reverse. This is walking away from a situation, and I feel that is connected to this card here. You didn't want to walk away from something, but you had to, just for your own wellness, for your own, you know, for your own well-being. You had to walk away. You had to let go. You had to move on, you know, and it may have been painful for you to do so, but to preserve your own sanity and maybe to preserve your own financial health, you had to say goodbye to something or someone or a situation, whatever the case may be. Just know that this is going to be something that definitely helps you in the long term, even though it may be hard and difficult and a little painful right now. Next, we have the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands in the upright position talks about, you know, you're being noticed and you're being recognized in your work or in your business. This means someone is watching you. And I don't want to freak you out with that, but it means, you know, someone is paying attention to you. Someone is looking at you. They're impressed by what you do. They could be considering you for a raise, for a promotion, maybe for a partnership, maybe for a new project. Whatever it is, just know that you are on the radar with someone in a higher position at work. If you have your own business, just know that you're being, you know, you're being watched. You're being studied, I guess, in a way. And this isn't bad. This means that someone is really interested in what you're doing and they want to learn more. You know, they want to see what you're all about. All right, Taurus, let's see what else we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. for the month of August 2020. The word, okay. The word rebuild is coming to me now. Let me just scoot everybody down. Okay, Taurus. Okay. All right, Taurus, as we move into the second week of August, I'm getting the sense of there's some frustration because you're having to go back and correct something that was done prior to this time. It's like maybe there was a financial issue that wasn't your fault, but now you're being the one having to pay for it, or you're being the one having to pick up the pieces. I'm getting a sense of that. I'm also getting the sense too that there's a lot of past debts or a lot of past financial decisions that are going to be coming to the surface at this time. Now, whether or not this is good or bad totally depends on you and how you're interpreting this. I'm getting the sense that a lot of this shows up unexpectedly and that you are feeling a little bit frustrated. However, this is not something that's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be something more of an inconvenience, but it is going to be something that is kind of surprising. And I say that because we have the Knight of Swords, and then we have then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, along with the Knight of Cups and the Tower card in the reverse. Now, this in the reverse is really, really good because it tells me that the worst is over. However, these three cards here tell me that something is showing up again, something of a financial nature, and it's showing up again, and it threw you off, it surprised you, and now you're having to deal with it, like maybe an unexpected bill, or maybe you found out that something is not paid in full, and you have to go back and pay it. Maybe you're realizing you forgot to budget in for school tuition, and now you have a big balance due, you got to pay in full. It's something along that where you just were not expecting a financial hit, and it's very surprising. Now, this could be personal, or it could be something work or business related. Whatever the case may be, the good thing is that you are going to you are going to recover from this. The worst is over. Once you get through these unexpected financial inconveniences, you move through with ease and grace, is what I want to say. And I say that because we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is one of my most favorite cards. It's one of the most, to me, beautiful cards as it relates to money. Even though this picture here looks where the girl looks a little bit distraught, I don't know why that is, because the Nine of Pentacles is actually a very positive card. And the interesting thing about the Nine of Pentacles is that this is the fulfillment and the relaxation of being totally supported and taken care of after you've done the hard work. It's like you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. So when I see these two cards here, that tells me that whatever financial surprises are coming up as you move through the second week in August, you're going to take care of them really, really well. And you're actually going to be able to sit back, relax, and say, hey, that was a big relief. I was a little thrown off by that, but hey, now it's taken care of, and we can move on and live our joyous, happy life. Now, we also have the Judgment card here in the reverse. This talks about some decisions being placed on hold. Something is going to be not necessarily taken care of in a timely manner, but it is going to be something where a decision is being made, and it's almost like you're going to be in limbo for a little bit, but that's okay. I'd much rather be in limbo and let whatever happens, take it, take as much time as it needs to take in order to, resolve itself. So just know that with this Judgment card, that if you are waiting to hear back on a decision, it's going to take a little bit longer, or you may hear back that things are just put on pause right now, because of, again, our circumstances and our world and our economy right now. But yeah, I do see that this is definitely something where things are just being put on hold temporarily. All right, Taurus, let's see what else shows up for you. Let's get some more clarity. As we move through the month of August, what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of August 2020, any more cards flip over? No. All right. Okay. Did I see a card flip over? Okay. So what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020? Okay. This is interesting, Taurus. You've got two of the positive money cards here. We've got the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups. We also have the Moon, Queen of Wands, and then the Justice card in reverse. Now, things are definitely going to turn around for you in a very interesting, probably backwards way. And I say that because you got two of the most positive cards in the deck. Both of them are in reverse, which means good is happening, good is coming. However, it's not going to be in the way that you're thinking. Now, this is kind of fun because it means that you can stay open to the possibilities and not judge something, when you first see it. You don't interpret anything, or you don't misinterpret anything as being bad. This is really good because this is the ultimate happiness, joy, fulfillment card. And then this is the wish card here. Literally, your wish is your command. So these are giving me some really good, all the good feels for you, Taurus, as we move into the second half of August. Now, the only thing I want us to pay attention to is this Moon card. This means that there's some information you don't know. There's something being either deliberately hidden, or something that is just not being communicated honestly, directly, or openly. When this card shows up, that's a card that tells us pause. And the interesting thing is that this card fell onto this financial inconvenience here that we talked about in the week prior. So because the Moon card showed up on that, before you react to this financial inconvenience and pay the bill, or whatever it is, do a little digging, because maybe if someone says, okay, you owe this money, or this bill is now due, double check the fine print, because maybe something's not being communicated openly. Maybe something's deliberately being hidden, like maybe you don't owe this money, maybe it's not due right now, maybe the amount is not accurate. That's what I'm getting from this here. So take that as a heads up, Taurus. Double check and triple check before you dish out any money for a supposedly surprise bill, unexpected expense, whatever. Next, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very grounded, level-headed, practical. She's someone who's very, very stable emotionally and mentally. So I think this is definitely going to be the energy that you're going to be flowing into as we move into the second half of August, Taurus. You're just very level-headed. You're not disrupted by surprises, because at the same time that things are working out in your favor somehow, some way. You just trust. And I think this is a very powerful place to be, because it means you're not easily swayed, you're not easily persuaded in one direction or another. You're just very neutral, you're very grounded, you're very calm. You're not worried. And this is, like I said, this is a very comfortable, confident place to be. Finally, we have the Justice card in the reverse. Now, this Justice card in the reverse On the Judgment card in the reverse, these two cards really talk about, I'm getting the sense that there's going to be a delay and something's going to be put on hold. And this is not anything that you can control. This is something that is affecting you, but you have no say in the matter. And this is very frustrating too, because you can clearly see the path that needs to be taken. But for whatever reason, there's delays, there's setbacks, there's things being diverted in a new direction. And it's just really frustrating because, like I said, you have no input in this. You have no alternative but to just kind of wait it out. And I know that's frustrating. I know that sometimes it's not very helpful. But at least if you kind of know that that's what's going on, it's like someone's not trying to jerk you around. It's just that, they don't have all their stuff together on their end, and so it's affecting you. I've been seeing this a lot with people who have been having frustrations with unemployment, because it's a government building or a government entity, I should say, with this Justice card and the Judgment card. People are being denied benefits when they are obviously entitled to them, or there's been delays in processing their claims. That's what I'm getting with this here, because I've been seeing that a lot. So I just want to throw that out there, Taurus, as something to think about, especially as we move into the second half of August. All right, so let's see what else shows up for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020. Okay. All right, Taurus. So as we close out the month of August, you're going to see someone is showing up for help. However, it's not going to be, someone is here to help you. However, how helpful this person or this thing is entirely going to be your judgment call. The Knight of Pentacles means that, you are getting some type of a financial support, financial boost, financial assistance. However, how helpful it is yet to be determined, right? Like someone could say, hey, I'll loan you some money. Here's $20. Well, that's nice, but you need like 100, right? It's something like that where you're going to be getting help, you're going to be getting support, but you're going to have to really filter through how supportive and how helpful it is. This is still good, it's not anything bad, and you definitely appreciate the help and you appreciate the option that it's there. However, it may just fall a little short of what exactly you need help with. Next, we have the Five of Cups here. Now, the Five of Cups, remember, we saw that card here. You're walking away from something, Taurus. You're walking away with no regrets, no hesitation. You did at the beginning, but as we get towards the end of August, you start to get a little emotional about that decision. Maybe someone's pulling you back. Maybe someone's trying to make you feel guilty. Maybe someone's trying to manipulate your feelings. Whatever the case may be, just be aware of that. If you're pretty positive, this is something you need to walk away from, whether it be a job, relationship, circumstance, a person, whatever. Don't allow yourself to get played. Don't allow yourself to be easily swayed from your decision. You know what's best for you, okay? So have no regrets about always acting and behaving in your highest good. Next, we have the King of Wands here. The King of Wands talks about some kind of movement, disruptive movement in the workplace. Now, I don't want to scare anybody, but usually when the King of Wands shows up in the reverse, it's some changes, uncomfortable changes happening in the workplace. Could be new procedures, new routines. Maybe your office desk is moving. Maybe you have a change in management. Maybe a change in the work structure, and now you report to someone different. It's just going to be an unsettling change in the workplace or in your business. Now, it's not going to throw you off. It's not going to affect your income, but it does affect your day-to-day tasks. It does affect your your outlook. It affects your satisfaction with the work that you're doing. However, you will adjust. Don't think that this is something that's going to totally make you miserable for the rest of your working life. It's really not, but it is, unsettling. It's disruptive. It's uncomfortable. You're like, what? We just learned this procedure. Now you're saying we have to do this differently, or I just got to know my coworkers. Now you're making me work with someone different. It's one of those changes where it's like, oh, geez, all right, it's like you begrudgingly conform because you need your job, but at the same time, it's just not something that you want to do. But let me tell you, you have a heads up about it. Things are going to change, and you will adjust. You will eventually slide into a new rhythm, into a new groove, and things are going to be just fine. And I can say that because we have the Six of Pentacles here closing out your reading. The Six of Pentacles means you're in a position to be very, very generous. You're also in a position to help other people, which is good. This brings you joy, satisfaction, even some extra money on some level. You're so generous that you can give. You probably are going to be receiving more money in some way, which allows you to give more. Or it could be maybe your job is restructured, your business gets restructured. So now you don't have to spend 10 hours a day working. Maybe you can work in 6 hours. And so now you have extra time to devote to things that help other people. This is very, very good. It just brings satisfaction. This is all about work satisfaction, which is why I say, even though you have some disruptive changes happening in the workplace or in your business, ultimately you do find satisfaction and joy and generosity in the work that you're doing. And that, that's something that is long term and that will carry you through, in your working years, in your business years, whatever it is you're doing. So Taurus, you have a very defining month of August. Things are happening, things are going in, different ways, but just pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on, and I think you're going to be okay. Actually, you're going to be better than okay. So let's go ahead and close out your reading with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. This one is No More Complaining. All right, Taurus. This says complaints are affirmations of victimhood. Interesting. Which is never true spiritually. Yes. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Yes, I love this. All right, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And if you'd like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information linked for you in the description. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll definitely do it all again next month.